We choose to go to the moon in this decade and do the other things, not because they are easy, but because they are hard.
From 1962 to today, John F. Kennedy's Apollo 11 speech has a legacy that echoes in our memories. While we all know the man on the moon, who or what has been forgotten? The stories of our progress and accomplishments are remembered in history through our choices to notice, share, and record. When this effort is neglected, we start losing recognition of the labor that goes into these historic moments. For example, many of the women who coded and fabricated the technology that sent us to the moon are left out of most history books. The first core rope memory circuit, an integral part of the computers that made the Apollo 11 mission possible, was woven by Hilda G. Carpenter. She was an African-American lab assistant and technician at MIT who was responsible for the delicate assembly that pushed our race into space. Core rope memory circuits were nicknamed LOL memory to stand for the little old ladies in the factories who would weave them together. 1,000 unnamed Navajo women were sought out by NASA's circuit producer for their low-cost but highly skilled labor. Margaret Hamilton led the team that created the onboard flight software for NASA's Apollo 11 command and lunar modules. While this photo of Hamilton and its visualization of her cognitive labor has shared her contributions virally, most stories of the women who contributed to this technology have not. Presently, we have the opportunity to dedicate curiosity and care into re-understanding and remembering these legacies alongside others that have currently risked being erased. In response to newly developed AI being used to erase information, we wish to reconsider the motives of technological advancement. Our research has led us to create 3 records. First, a magnetic bacterial cellulose cassette tape that is able to hold words of the past. The excerpt of John F. Kennedy's speech that you heard earlier was recorded on this material we made. It was our first step in re-understanding the living impermanence of data storage with biological materials. Second, we speculate a biofabricated core rope memory circuit. We collaborated with 4 different organisms: K. hansenii, E. coli, S. pasteuri, and Fusarium polycephalum. Each species with intelligence and unique skills beyond our own, growing buoyant cellulose rafts and calcite crystals, becoming a conductive smart wire or magnet. The possibilities are endless. In collaborating with these organisms, we not only found ways to preserve history, but to also find appreciation for the labor of the organisms themselves. With these organisms, we were able to imagine this unique and idiosyncratic approach to data storage, one that does more than pay homage to the technology that took us to the moon, one that emphasizes those nearly forgotten whose labor was paramount in sending us there. Finally, and most importantly, there is you, an active record receiving this spoken legacy. As our technology decays, our values and stories don't have to. Living Records acknowledges how human progress is directed by our stories and those who write them, bringing forth the question, what will you do to hold these records?